Hello! So today I'm actually pretty excited because somebody did request this. So I am actually going to go ahead and show you guys how I do my foundation. So the first thing that I do, and this is usually if I am going to be going like somewhere that's kind of important, and I need my makeup to look absolutely flawless. So I take the cup of coffee face mask by Lush, and that's the first thing that I do. Usually I use it before I take a shower, and to me it just smells amazing. It's got like bits of coffee grind, agave syrup, stuff, fair trade vanilla. That's important. I don't know, it smells delicious and I love the way it feels on my face. So that is the first thing that I do. And now with this, you do have to leave it on for like 5 to 10 minutes. And normally whenever I'm getting ready, I'll put it on first and then I'll go take a shower and wash it off in the shower. But I got time for that today, so I'm just gonna show you. This is what it looks like. It looks goopy and gross. But you're just gonna put it on there. You don't want to like rub it in too much because you're gonna be doing that in a minute anyway. But this helps me get any kind of dead skin off. But then I go back through, just kind of make sure there are no lumps. And then it's all evenly applied. Gross. And this is what you look like. So beautiful. But I am going to let this dry for a minute. Gonna let it dry for exactly 5 minutes, and then I will wash it off and then I will show you the rest of it. Now that you no longer look like the creature from the Blue Lagoon, I take a moisturizer, and this is just the Sephora Instant Moisturizer and Cream, and I really like it because I really love the way that it feels and I love the way that it smells. I think it smells amazing. It doesn't make my skin feel greasy, which is a huge problem for me. I am very particular about lotions that I use, and I just kind of dot it all over my face. And then I get some of my fingies, and then I go in and I just kind of put that everywhere. Once I've gotten my moisturizer on and it's dried completely, which really shouldn't take too long, it should only be like a few seconds, I like to take a primer. I use the NYX First Base Primer, and if you hear like a clicking banging noise, that's my bad. I don't know what's going on with our water heater, it's just dying. I do really like the NYX Matte First Base Primer, and so I just take that and I spray it all over my face. Do it a couple times, as many times as you want. It's really not that big of a deal. But then you wait for that to dry. Don't mind me, I'm just using this book of The Picture of Dorian Gray to help speed this along. So once that's dry, I will go ahead and take my foundation, which this is honestly just the Sephora foundation. It's in Clear Light 22 because I'm not exactly tan and I'm not exactly white. So this is actually a perfect shade for me. I really love it. It matches me pretty well. If it ever gets too light, I can always just go over some bronzer with it. Bless you. And then I'll take my beauty blender that needs to be cleaned super bad. And I use the bottom part to just dip in, and then I dot all along my face. Where I want color to be. This would be a really good time if you have problem areas. Like I usually have redness on this side here. I usually take a little bit more foundation and just kind of pat it in real quick. And then when I use the beauty blender, I do downward strokes. Not like doo-doo-doo, but when I'm patting it, I kind of drag it down a little bit, so.
But you want to take real quick rapid strokes there, rapid things, rapid whatever you call them. I forgot what I was saying. Pats? Rapid pats? I don't know, just mash it in your skin.
And I do try to avoid my under eye area if I can, because I'm going to be using something else on that later. So because this foundation is a little bit kind of dewy, I don't like that. I like a matte finish. I just take the Coty Airspun translucent powder, which you can get at like any drugstore. I think I got mine at Walgreens for like $8. Fly! And I take a kind of small brush, a small blush brush, I don't know. But I dip it in and I shake it out. And I take this around the areas that are a little bit too dewy for me. So like around my eye area here, on my temples, my forehead. Down my nose. Low battery, what? Shoot. And ta-da! It's a little more matte. Okay, so now comes like a fun part, which is concealing. I like to conceal because I have bags upon bags upon bags. And this is the Wet n Wild Coverall Quad. I like it a lot. And I go into yellow first. And we're just gonna put that in our eye area. So once I have all that done, I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender. The only problem that I really have with this concealer is that it doesn't usually blend too well with my beauty blender. I usually have to go ahead and go in with my fingers. But lately it's not been doing too bad of a job. But this just covers up the darkness on my eye. Okay, and then I go ahead and I just take the other side of my concealer brush because I'm not so fancy that I have two separate brushes. I take the purple now and I go under my eye again with the purple to brighten it up. And we're gonna blend that in as well. Watch me do this, people. It'll be worth your while, I promise. I think I just blinked weirdly. So once that's blended as good as it gets, I am taking my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, which I got in an Ipsy bag, which was probably my favorite thing I've ever gotten out of an Ipsy bag, which says something. And then I take the other dedicated concealer brush and I use that for this. And with this, I do follow that rule of making a triangle. I honestly, I don't know what I would do without this concealer. It's my favorite concealer ever. I think it's just super duper wonderful. So once you're done with that, guess what? We're gonna blend it again. And I like to take the pointy side of the beauty blender. I think it gets into the crevices of my eye real good, so. So once you have all that done and blended to your liking, we're gonna go back into the Airspun powder again. And you want like a lot of it. There's like a whole mountain of it right here. Because we're gonna go into our beauty blender now. And we're gonna dip it into the powder. Get it nice and coated. And you're gonna, yeah, do that. Once I've got that down, this is normally the time when I do my my eyes, so, but I don't feel like doing that because it's just gonna be a lot to take off. And I ain't going nowhere today, so we ain't doing that.
One eternity later.
Now it's time to remove the powder. Well, I take an angled brush because it just helps me get in the inner part of my eye, but I honestly just brush it away. And now another thing that I do real quickly, because I got 2 minutes, I will take the same brush, but I will blend everything together once again. And then you're done. And this is how I do my foundation. And there you have it. So this concludes my foundation baking concealing routine. I hope you enjoyed watching it. It was a lot of fun for me because I don't know, it was just fun. There's hair everywhere. Thank you so much. Again, if you have any questions about products that I've used, where to get them, how to use them, just feel free to leave a comment down below into the comment box. Be sure to thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.